In a groundbreaking push for women's inclusion in governance, Governor Mohammed Umaru Bago of Niger State has declared that all vice-chairmanship positions across the state's 25 local government area be exclusively reserved for women in the upcoming elections. Bago emphasized that women have long been marginalized despite their invaluable contributions to society. He stressed the need for active female participation in leadership, describing women as key drivers of national progress and transformation. Empowering women at the grassroots isn't just about fairness, it's a strategic move for sustainable development across our states and the nation, he stated. Instead, he underscored the strength, resilience, and intelligence women bring to governance, adding, when included in leadership, women bring balance, innovation, and fresh perspective crucial for development. He urged all 6 stakeholders of the All Progressives Congress in Niger State to rally behind the initiative, stressing that inclusivity must be at the heart of the forthcoming local government elections. This bold move aligns with Bago's broader vision of gender equity and the empowerment of women in governance at all levels. This is just similar to, the good thing here, he's actually taken the step. The First Lady, Senator Remi Tinubu, has also joined the race with the National House of Representatives, urging for the move for women to be given the position to, engage in parliament, in politics. I don't really know what more to say on that. I would love to get your thoughts on this quickly before I get into more on this.
Yeah, it's an encouraging statement. It's encouraging innovation from the governor. Why should women be relegated? Are they not humans? Why should men think that they are superior? That governance should be a reserve for the male folk only? No, I don't think so. There should be that equity. We've had women who held positions in this country and they did marvelously well. The likes of Dora Konyele late, the likes of Obi Ezekwesili, the likes of Okonji Iweala. And I want to tell you here that there are other women who are like these individuals. What of Mrs. Ransom Kuti, who championed, who was part of those who championed the independence of this country. Even at the time women don't travel, she joined in the parliament that went to, in the group that went to London to advocate for independence of Nigeria. These women are, Nigerian women are not dull. It's just that they have been suffocated by their male folk and counterparts. So give them, even in academics and business, we have seen a lot of them thriving. The first professor of history in Nigeria was a woman. We also have a lot of them in other departments who have shown capacity. Outside this country, we have seen those who were presidents. We have seen those who were heads of parliament. So why should we relegate them here in Nigeria? So I commend the governor for giving them this opportunity. They should be allowed to participate and participate fully in governance. They are part and part. They used to say, when you train a woman, you are training a nation. Yeah, you are giving a wilder opportunity to people, to individuals. So I encourage that. Let other states emulate that. Give women a chance in governance, in leadership positions. They will do well.
Thank you so much on this, Barrister Kuro. If we may recall, there have been instances of women in politics, and it's always torn out in a different situation where there are instances of setting out of business situation where the male folks have certain advances at the women. Aside this trending issue from the House, from the Senate at the moment, there's been, you know, a situation like that that's been going on. No matter the position you occupy, women get victimized over that thing. I don't know how to put it. You know, if we look at the former NDC person, that, you know, the whole issue, even the Senate, Natasha, that got involved in whatever that's happened right here with the Senate president. If you check in the Senate, there are about 3 of them that are there, that they're more men, and there's always this thing of men. Yes, nobody is trying to dispute the fact that men are the heads, like you stated, but they always do well. Women, when given the opportunity, they thrive well. Look at the issue of Miranda. You know, aside the fact that it's a political situation, I'm sure it was easy for them to get to that because this is a woman in that instance. And some men will be like, I will not want to be led by a woman. You know, all of those degradation going on. How do you think women will be allowed to thrive in a system where women have been put in that space?
You see, like I stated earlier, this thing is just an issue of an inherited perspective that women should be relegated. Women, you know, that statement that women's education ends in the kitchen, you know, is still here, is still inherent, you know, up till now, even in this age of enlightenment, that women should not, governance and leadership is not for women. They don't see women to have that capacity, you know. But like I stated, it has been proven otherwise. Most times there are positions that when women hold those positions, they even do better than men. And I'm asking, what makes the male folk think that everything should be left for them? So there should be that gradual orientation. There should be laws. There should be policies that should be put in place, allowing, for example, I think in River State now, there is a law that allows women to partake in the will.
Yes.
So when these laws come up, they will not be relegated again. You know, just like the Niger State governor has done. Give such opportunities. Let it be a constant thing. Let it be coming up. Give appointments to women. If you have, let it balance. If you want to appoint 20 commissioners, 10 women, 10 men.
So I still want to know how women can escape that victimization, or kind of, let's say, the word sexual harassment in that instance, when because oftentimes we do not have that opportunity to really get to that height that we want to because of the gender issue.
Now, the issue of harassment is something discipline. People, is something about discipline. I mean, why should you harass a woman when you, I wouldn't want to say when you have, I see that harassment as intimidation. I see that harassment as an intimidation because the people are not disciplined. The woman should also understand the signs. When you throw yourself too open, you could be harassed. The way you also, a woman composes herself will tell you whether,
okay,
yeah, your comportment should let you know whether you could be harassed or not.
Okay.
Yeah, my people used to say that they look at the face of the food to know whether you eat it or not. When you make yourself, when you commonize, or let me put it that way, when you commonize yourself, it is easier for the male folk to harass you. But when you preserve your self-worth, it's not easy that way. You know, most times this harassment, people look at harassment as you know, a forceful thing. That is not harassment. You know, when you want to pry into the privacy of the woman, that is the harassment. You know, you are having an inordinate ambition on her, and you want to use by all means to achieve your aim. That is the harassment we are talking about. So the women folk should understand this and get prepared ahead of time against such occurrences. So your courage as a woman will determine how the male folk will relate with you.
Okay. Thank you so much on this. And it's good to know that you actually concur with this decision that's been taken by the governor of Niger State to include women in LG elections. So we just hope it's something that they will stand by. And like you stated, there should be equity. When there's 10 women, there should be 10 men. And everyone gets involved. Because if you ask me, there are certain ideas that men would have and women will not. And there's some that women would have. And so it's good, since we're all the same. And the gender folks, there are different things we can do more than the men. I'm not trying to drag the space there, but you know, the space where a woman and a man is, and then we want to have a discussion over a matter. Two different ideas come together from the woman's perspective and a man's perspective. That's what I'm trying to say here. You know, it yields better results than when it's of the same gender. If you may ask me, I'm making it from a personal review.
No, you are correct. Okay, so let me just in a moment reflect back, maybe back days in primary school, secondary school, and the universities. And the male folks should also look at performance. Sometimes you see women, maybe in primary school, you see girls take first, second, third. The boys will not begin to take from fourth. What does that tell you? You come to secondary school, maybe in the class, a girl will take first, second. Then the boys will now come third, struggling in that distance. That tells you that they also have their own ability and capacity, and that they should not be looked down upon. Then when it now comes to governance, you now think that it's a macho thing. It shouldn't be that way. That's what I'm trying to put across.
Thank you so much.